Paul Newman didn't just dress well, he dressed with character. There was this effortless confidence about the way he put clothes together. No logos, no gimmicks, just timeless pieces worn like he meant it. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how to dress like Paul Newman, using pieces that are simple, masculine, and perfect for men over 40. Because looking like a gentleman shouldn't feel complicated. It should feel like second nature. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. Start with the perfect white t-shirt. This is where Paul Newman's style really began. He could wear a plain white tee and somehow still outshine everyone in the room, and that's what makes his approach so powerful. He proved that simplicity, when done right, is sharper than any trend. Now here's what I see most men over 40 get wrong. They treat t-shirts like throwaways, something to wear under a shirt, something old and stretched out that they've had for years. But the truth is, your t-shirt is the foundation of your casual wardrobe, and when it fits right, it does a lot of heavy lifting. So let's talk about what makes a perfect white tee. First, fit. It should sit close to your chest and shoulders without squeezing you. If the sleeves are flapping, it's too big. If they cut into your arm, it's too tight. You want the sleeve to hit at mid-bicep and hug just enough to show some shape. Second, length. Your tee should end right around the mid-fly area, not down to your thighs. And definitely not above your belt when you move. It needs to stay clean and structured, front and back. Third, fabric. Skip the ultra-thin stuff that clings to your body and shows everything. Instead, go for mid-weight cotton. Pima cotton or Supima cotton has that slight sheen and structure that elevates it from a cheap undershirt to a gentleman's essential. Paul Newman wasn't flashy. He wore a white tee like it was a uniform, and that's why it worked. If you wear it with confidence and you pair it with the right denim or jacket, it becomes a statement without trying. One more thing, skip the logos, skip the chest graphics. If you're over 40, you're past the point of needing words on your chest to say something. Let the quality and the fit speak for you. A white t-shirt that fits well will go with everything else we talk about in this video, and it will quietly elevate your entire presence. This is where Paul Newman started, and so should you. Chapter 2. Invest in real denim. Paul Newman's denim was always masculine, clean, and timeless. No rips, no frays, no stretch-infused, painted-on cuts. Just solid, well-structured jeans that looked like they belonged on a grown man. If you're over 40, here's the truth. Your jeans can't look like they were made for a teenager. You want a fit that feels rugged but refined, and that starts with understanding the difference between trendy denim and timeless denim. Here's what to look for. Mid-rise, straight or tapered fit. Skip low-rise jeans. They shorten your torso and make your proportions look off. A mid-rise will give you a balanced silhouette and more comfort. Look for a straight leg or a gentle taper from the knee down. That shape adds structure and makes you look more put together without feeling stiff. Color. Paul Newman wore 2 shades of denim most often: dark indigo and vintage blue. These are universally flattering and extremely versatile. Dark indigo works great with dressier casual pieces like button-downs, loafers, or sport coats. Vintage blue is your weekend go-to. Think white tee, bomber jacket, and desert boots. Clean, easy, confident. Fabric. Raw denim or a high-quality cotton blend works best. You don't want too much stretch. It breaks down the silhouette and looks cheap over time. Heavier denim holds its shape better and ages with character, just like you should. Also, pay attention to length. Your jeans should gently break at the top of your shoes, not bunch up like an accordion at your ankles, and not cut you off mid-shin. And no flashy stitching or pocket designs. Keep the pockets clean. No embroidery, no contrast-colored threads. That stuff doesn't look cool anymore. It looks like you're trying too hard. Paul Newman didn't chase denim trends. He wore jeans like a man who worked with his hands, even if he was stepping out for dinner. It's about presence, and if your denim is dialed in, you'll always look like you've got it together, even when the outfit is casual. Chapter 3. Wear a timeless pair of sunglasses. If there's one accessory Paul Newman is most known for, it's the sunglasses. Specifically the Persol 714S he wore in movies like The Hustler. They weren't loud, they weren't oversized, and they didn't need to be. They were sharp, effortless, iconic. Now here's the thing. Most men over 40 are still wearing outdated wraparound sunglasses, or sport shades they bought on vacation a decade ago. And while those might be fine on the golf course, they do nothing for you in terms of style. You want your sunglasses to complement your face, not cover half of it. Here's what to look for. Frame shape. Wayfarers or keyhole bridges work for most face shapes. If you have a rounder face, go for angular lines. If your face is more angular, rounder lenses can soften it. Frame material, tortoiseshell acetate, matte black, or even brushed metal if you want a more modern edge. Avoid glossy plastic or anything that looks too techy. Lens color. Gray or green lenses are classics. They go with everything, and they don't draw attention away from your outfit. Fit. The arms should sit flush to your temples. They shouldn't squeeze or slide. And the lenses should hit around the midline of your eyes, never covering your eyebrows completely. Here's what I love about Paul Newman's sunglass game. He wore them with everything. A t-shirt and jeans, a suit, even a racing jacket. And they worked because he chose timeless design over flash. You don't need to copy his exact model, though you can. What matters more is capturing the spirit. Understated, masculine, confident. And yes, some of my favorite Paul Newman-inspired sunglasses are linked in the description below if you want to see what I personally recommend. Because one great pair of sunglasses can elevate every outfit you wear, even the most basic ones. They don't just protect your eyes, they sharpen your presence. And when you're over 40, that's something you can't afford to overlook. Chapter 4. Get yourself a well-fitted Oxford shirt. If there's one shirt every man over 40 should own, it's a crisp Oxford. Not a loud print, not a super slim European fit that hugs every inch. Just a classic Oxford cotton button-down shirt, like Paul Newman wore year after year. This shirt was his go-to. He wore it tucked in, sleeves rolled, collar popped slightly, like he wasn't trying, but still looked sharper than everyone around him. There's a lesson in that. The Oxford shirt is the quiet foundation of a gentleman's wardrobe, but here's the catch. It has to fit. Let's start with the collar. It should sit properly on your neck without gaping open or feeling tight. If you don't wear a tie, go for a soft button-down collar. It adds structure without feeling too formal, and it prevents that dreaded floppy collar look that ruins most shirts after a few washes. Next, the shoulders. The shoulder seam should sit right where your arm meets your shoulder. Too wide and you look sloppy. Too tight and the fabric will pull. Nail this and the rest of the shirt follows. Sleeves? Right at the wrist bone. And when you roll them up, they should sit comfortably around mid-forearm. There's nothing more effortlessly masculine than a rolled-up Oxford sleeve. It shows ease, control, readiness, fit through the torso, clean with just a little room to breathe. You want to avoid two extremes. The tent look, where it billows out when you tuck it in, and the shrink wrap look, where every button feels like it's holding on for dear life. The goal is movement without excess. Stick to classic colors. White, light blue, pale gray. These shades work in every season. They layer well under jackets, sweaters, and vests, and they age gracefully, just like you should. Now here's the Newman touch. He often left his shirt slightly wrinkled. Not messy, but real. That lived-in feel made it look like it was part of him, not something he put on to impress. That's the energy you want. A shirt that looks like you've worn it 100 times, but every time it still feels like your best. And don't forget, this isn't a shirt you keep tucked away for special occasions. It's a daily driver. Wear it to the office, wear it to lunch, wear it on a Sunday stroll with the sleeves rolled. One shirt, dozens of looks, and all of them say the same thing. You're a man who understands timeless style. Chapter 5. Own a rugged yet refined jacket. Let's talk outerwear, because nothing defines Paul Newman's look quite like the jackets he wore. Whether it was a Harrington, a military-style field jacket, or a leather racer. They all had the same energy. Simple, strong, understated. A proper jacket does two things. One, it frames your body. Two, it anchors your entire outfit. And after 40, you can't afford to leave this to chance. Let's break it down. Start with the Harrington jacket. This was one of Newman's favorites. Khaki or navy, cotton or cotton blend shell, ribbed cuffs and waist, clean collar, no extra zippers, no excessive hardware. What makes the Harrington so perfect is that it sits right at the waist, creating a natural masculine V shape. It works with jeans, chinos, t-shirts, or button-downs. And it looks just as good at 9 a.m. on a Saturday as it does on a casual evening out. Then there's the leather jacket, but not the big bulky biker kind with 18 zippers and studs. Think racer jacket, streamlined, supple leather, minimal design, in black, brown, or dark burgundy. This kind of jacket says you're in control, without screaming for attention. Next up, the field jacket or canvas chore coat. If you're someone who likes earth tones, boots, and heavier fabrics, this is your go-to. A classic olive field jacket with 4 front pockets is rugged and refined. It adds texture. It pairs beautifully with denim or cords, and it ages with you. Remember, your outerwear doesn't need to be loud. It needs to be intentional. A jacket should feel like armor, not in a tough guy way, but in the sense that when you put it on, you feel ready to be seen, ready to move through your day with confidence. Newman wore jackets that made him look like a man with purpose. No flash, no trends, just structure, shape, and quiet strength. That's what you're aiming for. Pick one jacket in a clean silhouette, wear it often, let it mold to you, and watch how it changes the way people see you and the way you see yourself. Chapter 6. Stick to neutral colors. Let me say this clearly. Paul Newman didn't need neon to get noticed. His wardrobe lived in the world of neutrals, and it worked because it matched his energy. Laid back, uncomplicated, confident. Now, most men over 40 fall into one of two camps. They either wear way too much color, trying to look younger, or they default to black and call it classic, but end up looking washed out. The solution? Grounded, masculine neutrals. Navy, olive, camel, charcoal, stone, white. These are the tones that never fight with each other. They complement your skin tone, they mix effortlessly, and they give you a sense of quiet elegance. Let's say you're wearing navy chinos. You can pair them with a white tee and a gray jacket, or a light blue Oxford and a khaki Harrington, or even layer a camel sweater over a stone shirt. It all works. Because the colors aren't clashing for attention. They're building harmony. Here's something else. Neutrals highlight your face, not your outfit. And as a grown man, that's where the attention should be. You don't want your shirt screaming louder than your presence. If you want to add depth, work with texture, not color. A knit polo in charcoal, a suede jacket in tobacco, a brushed flannel in muted blue. These kinds of layers feel rich without looking busy. When you keep your wardrobe grounded in these tones, it feels like you know exactly who you are. You're not experimenting, you're executing. And that's what separates men with style from men just wearing clothes. So build your wardrobe around neutrals. And let Paul Newman remind you, simple is powerful, understated is unforgettable. Chapter 7. Choose shoes with character. One of the most underrated style moves Paul Newman made, he wore simple shoes that told a story. Not trendy sneakers, not boxy dress shoes. Just classic, low-key footwear that grounded his whole look. Now, as a man over 40, your shoes say more about you than you think. They show people whether you care, whether you've evolved past that just throw something on phase, or whether you still shop in the same section as your teenage son. Let's fix that. Let's build a Paul Newman-inspired shoe rotation. Start with the white canvas sneaker. Timeless, clean, masculine. It works with jeans, chinos, even shorts. Look for low-profile shapes. Think Jack Purcell, Superga, or minimalist common project style silhouettes. No flashy logos, no thick rubber soles. Just a clean, crisp shape. Next, you need a pair of suede desert boots. These are a gentleman's casual secret weapon. Software comfortable, slightly rugged, but refined. Go for earthy tones. Sand, taupe, chocolate brown. They instantly elevate even a basic jeans and t-shirt look. Then add a loafer. Yes, loafers. Newman wore them with trousers and no socks effortlessly. You want leather or suede in dark brown or burgundy, and you want a silhouette that feels relaxed, not stiff or overly polished. Penny loafers or Belgian-style slip-ons work beautifully here. Finally, consider a pair of leather lace-up boots. Not big, clunky hiking boots, but a sleek almond toe cap boot in brown leather. Perfect for fall, perfect with denim or wool trousers, and they age beautifully over time. Paul Newman never let his shoes outshine him, but they were always clean, always well-made, and always appropriate for the setting. So here's the rule. No loud sneakers, no square toe anything, no over-designed athletic shoes with reflective soles and tech panels. Your shoes should look like they belong on a man who knows himself, and they should walk like they've been places. Chapter 8. Wear a proper watch. There's no way we can talk about Paul Newman without mentioning his watch. The Rolex Daytona became legendary because of him, but it wasn't about the price. It was about what it symbolized. For Newman, his watch was functional, not flashy. It reflected his passions: racing, precision, endurance. It told the time, but it also told the world who he was. And that's what your watch should do for you. As a man over 40, you don't need 20 watches. You just need 1 or 2 good ones that you actually wear. Let's talk style. A leather-strapped dress watch is where you start. Slim, minimal dial. Think cream or silver face with Roman numerals or small indexes. The strap should be black or dark brown. Nothing too shiny, nothing crocodile textured. This watch pairs perfectly with an Oxford shirt and jacket. It's subtle, but it adds polish. Then there's the everyday watch. This could be a steel chronograph, a vintage-inspired field watch, or even a clean diver with a black dial and simple bezel. Just avoid oversized cases, avoid gimmicky dials, and skip digital displays. You want it to feel timeless, not futuristic. Keep your straps clean. Leather should be conditioned, steel should be wiped down. And if your strap is peeling or your clasp is loose, it's time to replace it. If you're looking to build a Newman-inspired style, you can't overlook the importance of time. And wearing a proper watch shows that you respect it. I've linked a few of my favorite picks in the description below. Some are more affordable, some are investment level. But all of them deliver that same masculine refinement Paul Newman made. Iconic. Chapter 9. Keep your grooming sharp. Style without grooming is like a suit without tailoring. It just doesn't land. Now, Paul Newman didn't overdo it. He wasn't overly polished, but he was always put together. Hair in place, face clean, skin healthy. That's the level of grooming every man over 40 should aim for. Let's start with your hair. Whatever your style is, keep it neat. That means a regular cut, every 3 to 4 weeks. Sideburns clean, neckline trimmed, and if you're graying, own it. Don't dye it jet black. Just keep it shaped and intentional. If you're bald or balding, embrace it. A clean-shaven head or buzz cut with a well-groomed beard is 100 times sharper than a sad comb-over. Next, your facial hair. Newman rocked both clean-shaven and subtle stubble at different times. Either one works. What doesn't work? Neck beards, patchy growth, or an untamed Santa beard. Keep your lines clean, trim often, fade the edges, and moisturize your skin underneath. Now let's talk about skincare. You don't need a 9-step routine. You just need consistency. In the morning, use a gentle cleanser, a vitamin C serum, moisturizer, and sunscreen. Yes, even in winter. especially over 40 when sun damage starts catching up. At night, cleanse again. Apply a hydrating serum or night cream. And if you want to slow signs of aging, consider adding a retinol-based product a few nights a week. This doesn't take more than 5 minutes a day, but the difference in how your face looks and feels will be huge. Paul Newman aged gracefully, not because he had a secret product, but because he took care of what mattered, and his grooming reflected that. Chapter 10. Confidence is your final accessory. Here's the truth. Paul Newman's style wasn't about the clothes. It was about how he wore them. He could wear a plain white tee, worn-out jeans, and a pair of sunglasses, and still outshine every man in the room. Because he didn't need validation. He knew who he was. That's what true style is. It's presence, it's poise. It's the ability to walk into a room and not need to be loud, because your energy already said enough. If you're over 40, your best accessory is your confidence. And that only comes from wearing what fits you. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. It's not about chasing what's in, it's about choosing what's right for you. So when you get dressed in the morning, don't ask what's trendy. Ask, does this feel like me? If the answer is yes, you're doing it right. Style doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be curated. It just has to be honest. That's what Paul Newman gave us. And that's what I want you to embrace. Less effort, more intention, and a presence that speaks for itself. Everything I mentioned today, from the perfect Oxford shirt to the timeless sunglasses, is linked for you in the description. Yes, some of these pieces are on the pricier side, but they're not fast fashion. They're the kind of clothes that get better with time, just like you. When you're over 40, you don't need more clothes. You need the right ones. Well-made, well-fitted,